What is going on, guys? Jack95 Gamer here, and I'm back with episode 27 on Inter Milan Next Gen Career Radar. We do kick off the episode here with Kevin Reyes coming to the office and asking for a salary increase a week, which I have no problem doing. He's probably been one of my better buyers this season, and we do offer him a 10 grand increase to 90 grand a week, and hopefully he will be accepting that. We do reject the contract offer here from Northern Ireland, obviously one of our services as their international manager, but it's not a job that I really want, and I do decide to decline it. But we do have Kevin Reyes here that does accept the contract offer, which I'm really glad to see because he has been one of our better players, one of my better signings that I've had this series. But as you see here, Udinese is our first game coming up here in the Serie A with the likes of Muriel up front. That's probably who they're going to be starting with. Muriel probably their star man and probably one of the players we'll have to watch out for. But we want to be staying unbeaten. We want a good season this season. We need to be beating teams like Udinese, and no disrespect to them, they are a good club with a great legacy. Obviously they've had a really good player in Dean Natale before, who's obviously I think retired now, but we need to be beating these kind of teams. And we do kick off the game here in the 4th minute with Mobley cutting inside of his man here in tons of space. Goes to take a shot, but really good defending from the defence. Plays it into Barini, cuts it back inside into the path of Morales in tons of space. But again, really great defending there from Udinese. Keeps the game at 0-0. But in the 11th minute, Draxler picks up the ball here, flicks it into the path of Muriel Riccardi, takes the ball down with ease, and he's bearing down on goal here. He's in front of goal, takes the shot, and easy enough finish there from the previous season's top goal scorer to make it 1-0. And I believe get his 4th goal in the season already in 2 games, which is just great, kicking off where he's left off from, and that is so encouraging to see from a striker, knowing that he won a fluke of a season last season and that he can still do what he's doing, and probably even better than last season. So very good to see from Icardi. The finish was exquisite, and hopefully he's going to have a very good season for us. The finish, it was a good finish, and I'm happy for the boys to get their goal there. The lads, it come from good football. Draxler provided the ball, and the finish was exquisite. Like I said, very well played there. Akali does get his 4th goal. There's the confirmation of it in the 12th minute, and we're 1-0 up against Udinese already. 16 minutes in, though, Udinese trying to get back into the game here with Tajore, I believe his name is. Muriel on the ball here, their star man, takes the shot and literally drags the shot on the floor out of the goalkeeper's reach, and it's a great response there from Udinese. Luis Muriel with the goal, the Colombian man, takes the ball down with ease and just powers that into the bottom corner, an easy enough finish there, and he made it look so easy. But Udinese now with that goal have got the momentum, and the ball flicked over the top into the Jure, where it's headed back, and it nearly found a way in, but it goes out for a corner, but nothing comes of it. Murray then flicks the ball over the top into Miro Riccardi in tons of space yet again, takes the ball down with ease, and he really should be doing better there, but it's a good save from the goalkeeper to keep the games at 1-1. And Udinese's goalkeeper has been fantastic, and the defence actually have been on par today. They've been brilliant. As you can see, we pick up the ball with Kevin Morales, flicks the ball into Mobley, and his header just goes wide there. Unfortunately, can't find the back of the net, but that happens in football, and he could have easily found the back of the net, but he didn't, and the game still remains at 1-1, and you really would have bet Immobile's put out his back net. But we're moving to the next highlight now, and it is Immobile that picks up the ball here from some poor defending, or a bit of a rebound ball, falls into Draxler, who continued his run, who originally lost the ball, through on goal, bearing down, and Junior Draxler just drags the shot past the goalkeeper's reach, off, gets a little bit of help from the post, to see it in, but he can't take nothing away from that. It was a good finish there from Julian Draxler to make it 2-1 to Inter Milan. Just over 5 minutes left of the half to go, and I'm very happy for the team. We've been pushing and pushing. It is a game where Indonesia could easily be 2-1 up, or a game where we could easily be 2-1 up. So at this point, the game could have gone either way, but I'm glad it's gone our way, because it could always be difficult when a team get another goal back, and then they're really in the driving seat. But in this case, we have got the goal, and we look to be getting back into driving seat now in this one. Look to slot a few more goals into this one, and just keep Indonesia out of reach of us, really. But that's his 1st goal of Serie A this season. Very well played for Julian Drexler. He's off to a flyer, really, for us. And then he's had him pick up the ball here again in the 41st minute, plays it into Pereira. Pereira on the ball here, Witzel trying to shut him down here, but a little bit of good footwork there. He does get away from Witzel, looks to cross it in. He finds Gabriel Silva, and his headers backwards, but it comes to nothing. 44 minutes now. Cardi picks up the ball, plays it into the path of Ken Reyes on the overlap here. Reyes has just signed a new deal for us, looking to impress, show the deal was worth it, and what a way to show he's worth it. An absolute well-timed curler of a ball onto the head of Sergio Immobile, and the Italian man does get his goal and makes it 3-1 to Inter Milan, and that could be game over now. And it's just balls like that. That's why love Kevin Rice. He can just provide an absolute flying ball like that, and he puts that straight into the back of the net. And you can't get more like top corner than that from a header. Look at this. This is the best angle for it. Look at that. Just goes straight into the top corner. No chance for the goalkeeper getting that, and no chance for any defender probably on the line to be stopping that. That is an exquisite goal and very well played for Such Immobile getting it. That's probably one of my favourite goals I've scored this season already, and this is definitely my favourite goal of the episode. I can tell you that for a fact. Very well played there from Mobley. 45th minute, and that's the third goal right on half time. That's his third goal of the series in the season so far. And that's the third goal of half. But look at this, poor play here from Mendes. Barini does cut out and looks for Mobley yet again. Mobley has the run on the defender. Good bit of strength there to hold him off. Cuts it inside of his man. Sees the ball into Barini in tons of space. Takes it past the goalkeeper. I don't know what the goalkeeper was doing. He was having a really good game until in, but poor defending where they've just switched off at the end of the half has really cost Indonesia this game now. It's now 4-1 and we're running away with it. It's looking too easy. You feel bad for him on one hand, but that's just how football is. And we get the goal and we're the one running away with it now. Poor goalkeeper. Barini just took it out of the goalkeeper's hands. Really, look at that. He's just all the goalkeeper can do is now watch that go in helplessly. And underneath that just completely falling apart. Like I've said, it's been poor defending. It's been poor defensive display at the end of that half when they just showed an absolutely resilient display at the start. It's very, it's horrible to see, but that's what happens. And Barini does get his first goal in the league this season. Obviously filling in for Memphis Depay that is actually injured. Drax picks up the ball in the second half, looks to flick it back into Barini in tons of space, takes the shot, and Barini is really coming out of his shell in this game. He really is showing that maybe he should be suggested or should be pushing for that first team role. A poor clearance here from Indonesia's goalkeeper, falls to Akali. Akali looks to header it in, but he does unfortunately pick up an injury from that, and this could be bad. We could be losing that most clinical striker this season to an injury, but he does come off injured, and we have to see at the end of the game how long and how fatal the injury really was. As you can see, Juan Jesus poor defending here. It does fall to Muriel, who batters the ball into Steiger's path, but it's a good save there from the German goalkeeper. The ball comes back in, and they're looking to get the ball to try and get goals, but when they eventually get rid of the ball, or lose the ball, and we hit them on the attack. 90th minute now, looking to make it 5-1. Witzel, no let up in our play here. Plays the ball into Botto, who's coming as a striker. Looks to take the shot. It's a poor one. It falls to Draxler, but the goalkeeper smothers it, and the game does finish at 4-1. But kind of a bitter taste in the end of that one because Akali did pick up an injury, and we just hopeful it's not going to be for long because we did lose obviously Kovacic for a long time at the start of last season, and as you can see, 3 months with a lateral collateral ligament, and that's very disappointing. He's been one of our best players since the start of the series. He's been our man to call upon, and it's gutting seeing him injured like that. But we do go into our game now against PAOK. Very good team in the Champions Cup. Don't really know a lot about them, but obviously in the Champions Cup you're going to be a good side. So it's going to be an interesting game. We do play our weakened side. You see the likes of Belfodil playing and Ricardo Alvarez up front. Brian Carrasco, Kuzmanovic, Pedro Obiang. It's going to be a good side, it's going to be a good game. It's going to be a good way to test the team out and see if we this team is obviously capable of playing in the Champions Cup, because obviously we do need depth in the squad and we need to see what our strengths are and what our weaknesses are. But in the first 10 minutes here, we pick up the ball with Ricardo Alvarez, cuts inside of his man, plays it into the path of Brian Carrasco, lets loose the shot. Well, it's an easy enough save there from the goalkeeper. I do believe this team is Greek. I want to say this team's Greek. I'm not too sure though, but I'm just going to say I'm not too sure. But Taylor picks up the ball in the 24th minute, looks to unleash a venomous shot, and it hits the crossbar, bounces out, and the follow-up shot from Ricardo Alvarez is saved. And that is unlucky not to find a way into back in net there from Safir Taylor. Very good player for us, and unfortunately can't find a back in net there. Belfield picks up the ball here though for us. The Algerian man plays it into the path of the Argentine Ricardo Alvarez. Alvarez bearing down on goal, looks to put that into back in net, but a good save from the goalkeeper and a little bit of luck off the crossbar keeps us out yet again. And at the half an hour mark, it still remains at 0-0. Good save there from the goalkeeper here. Here we see here. Good save from the leg, and it bounces onto the crossbar and eventually goes out of play. But from the corner, we do put the ball in here with Kuzmanovic, flicks it in, looks for Belfodil with the header, and Belfodil with an absolute great header. Leaps over his man too easily. He's a tall lad. We would expect him to get to the ball, which he does there, and it's an easy enough finish there for him to make it 1-0 to Inter Milan just before the half an hour mark in this game. And that's good for him. That's probably one of his first. It's his first team start. In a while, and he's got it, and he's to get in the Champions Cup is always big, and to be scoring on your debut in the Champions Cup is always good. Most of these players, it is their debut in the Champions Cup, so it's a big night for all of them really. But good goal there from Belfodil, and the Italian champions do go 1-0 up in this one. First goal of the Champions Cup just before the half an hour mark. Belfodil, obviously, it's a standing, isn't it? But Carrasco picks up the ball here from a great reverse ball there from, I don't know who that was, but Carrasco lines up the shot and produces a good save from the goalkeeper yet again. He's in really good form. As you can see, Alvarez does pick up the ball here yet again, flicks the ball into Belfodil. Belfodil with a header. It's a good save there from the goalkeeper, and the game still remains at 1-0. But some poor defending here from Pair. Okay, the ball that gets fanned back to Ricardo Alvarez. Alvarez picks up the ball, plays it into Kuzmanovic. Kuzmanovic does a little bit of good footwork there, takes aim, and his shot is blocked, and it goes out for a corner. Kuzmanovic puts the ball in yet again, finds Androli, and it just goes over the bar there, and the game is still at 1-0. So interesting play there, but Inter Milan need to be being a bit more clinical with these chances they're getting, but unfortunately they can't, and the game still remains at 1-0. As you can see, Cresco picks up the ball here for us, sees that run from Belfodil. Belfodil bearing down on goal. The defender leans in, and no, that's really poor because that gives Belfodil the strength and the space there to get in that good position, but bearing down on goal, his finishing ability is not the best, and it's an easy enough save there for the goalkeeper to keep the game at 1-0. And at this point, Pierre OK can get back in the game, and that's the annoying thing. And from a pass out here, pick up the ball with Androni. Kuzmanovic lines up a shot here and powers that into the back of net to make it 2-0 to Inter Milan, and that may have just settled some nerves for us now. One absolute blast of a goal, that's going to be up there in probably one of the Champions Cup's goal of the weeks, and it's good to see. From a poor corner, no PAOK try running it out from a corner, and that's very poor because Andrei did pick it up, played it into the path of Kuzmanovic, and that shot is just proof of what he can do. He's not really known for his shooting, but my God, did he just show that? It's probably one of his biggest strengths now. What a shot that was from Kuzmanovic. I absolutely lashed that, and it is a great finish from him there to make it 2-0 to our boys from Italy, and that's very good to see. And our Champions Cup. It's looking like we're not going to let this slip now because Pair OK have not had any real chances against us, so very good to see. When 59th minute Pair OK do win actually a corner here, put the ball in, it is headed away, and it is poorly cleared, and Pair OK looks to put it back into the box. It is with their man here, Stosh on the ball here for him, takes an absolutely just a ludicrous shot really, in all honesty, trying to better Kuzmanovic, and it just goes way over the bar here. But Stoch picks up the ball here yet again for Okay, we took our foot off the pedal here a little bit, plays it into Afrana Saladidis, whatever you want to call him, but he does get his team back in the game to make it 2-1 with just over 15 minutes left to go in this one, and it is a bit of a tall order for him to get back in this one. Our defence has been so solid, but it only takes a goal to make a team crumble. When at 81st minute pick up ball here, Pedro Obiang flicks it over into the path of Ruben Botta, which has come on as a striker in this one, takes his shot but he drags it just wide there, and the game still remains at 2-1 with 8 minutes left to go in this one. Can we hold on? That could be a chance with Rouge. He really could have finished that. Maybe if it was one of the other strikers they would have finished that, but to be fair, it didn't come to anything. The game does finish 2-1. We do get our first 3 points of our group in the Champions Cup, which I will be sure to show, I do believe, coming up. But as you can see, the Interpol do say our performance has been brilliant, and that is going to bring an end to this episode, guys. So if you did enjoy the episode, obviously the squad report is coming up, but if you did enjoy the episode, please leave a like, comment, and subscribe, because it really does help my channel grow and really does motivate me to make more videos. West Ham Cremo should be coming out afterwards, so but stay tuned for that. And as always, guys, I hope you enjoyed the episode, and I really hope you do have a very nice day. Catch you next time, guys. Peace.